Find yourself in the Beachview area of Pittsburgh? Check out the official pizza of this show, Slice on Broadway, sharing an abnormal obsession with pizza we can relate to. Check them out at sliceonbroadway.com and tell them this show sent you.
This week we get blasted with tickets on Boss Battle. Welcome everybody to Boss Battle number 94, a show in which we the writers of InsertCoinToBegin.com get together and talk about video games. I'm your host, Bobby F. J-Town, and joining us as usual, Sorg. Sorg, what did you achieve in gaming this week?
I obliterated Hitman Go! I have beat every level available to me right now in that game. Highly, highly recommend it. And I shot a review. I just need to buy the software in order to edit the rest of the review. So we'll work on that for InsertCoinToBegin.com hopefully very soon. Awesome. Also, I played, looks like about halfway through Hitman Absolution, which was one of the games with gold picks a couple of months ago, maybe. You know, it's an alright game, but it tries to do like what a Max Payne will do, and I know a lot of games do this, where they try to intersect a lot of story with cutscenes that don't look half as good as the game. Have you guys experienced this phenomenon?
No.
No? Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because the download version, maybe they weren't as good. Who knows? What about you, Chachi?
I played NHL 14. I started a new season as a new guy, so I was just obliterating people. I played Black Ops 2, which I'm still really good at. FYI. And I restarted Lego Batman 2 because of a certain announcement today that I'm not sure if we're covering or not.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
So, yeah, we'll definitely cover that later.
You guys need to pick up Titanfall so we can all play.
Oh, no.
No, sorry, that's not on the list of games that I'm going to pick up next.
Oh, no.
Watch Dogs came out today.
Yeah, I know, that's another one.
That'll be the one I pick up.
Yeah. Brother Sorg from the chat also, he started playing Max Payne 3, and he's hopefully going to finish the game. He played the original Portal, and he finished Dishonored, and now he's playing Starbound. I played Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 4 today. Beat it with a character I've never beaten it with before, Zangief, which his ending was weird. for a bad guy character.
You're on like the regular Street Fighter 4, right?
Super Street Fighter 4.
Super Street Fighter 4? Yeah, it does get a little weird. I'm just on regular Street Fighter 4.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, his ending was pretty weird. Like, it was like a bunch of little kids in a wrestling ring, like around a wrestling ring going, "We love you, Zangief!" I was like, I thought he was supposed to be a bad guy. So, but yeah. I could not get past Cammy for the life of me, though. I have no idea why. And Abel gave me some trouble, too, but whatever. But that's what I accomplished this week. But anyways, let's go around the net with Chachi. Chachi, take it.
Video game-themed things from around the internet.
Net.
All right, let's start with the runners-up, as per usual. I put in a music video that is comprised of a gazillion video game references. It's Vocab Slick. The video's over there in the post. Not a bad rapper, so it's easier to watch. So pretty good. And also, I forget. I think Kotaku put it up, but they found a hour-long Windows 95 training video.
I watched some of this earlier.
And the reason I put it in there is because Microsoft spent money on this, and they got Jennifer Aniston.
Oh my God.
And Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Video.
And probably on the height of the Friends craze.
Yeah.
And it was. So, I mean, they definitely shelled out the money.
I'm going to watch this. I have to watch this.
If you skip ahead to 2450, you get to see the entrance of Joystick Johnny.
Oh, I'm on this.
Who is the gaming expert. and he challenges the Friends crew to.
Who picked this color scheme? What is this?
Yeah, he challenges the team to pinball, at which Jennifer Aniston beats him.
Yes, he has a rear view mirror on his helmet.
Yeah.
It's Microsoft's early version of Google Glass.
Yeah, and just in case you didn't know it was the 90s, he has tie-dye on.
Yeah. And I mean, the video overall is hilarious if you want to watch it. But this part is why it made it as a runner-up into the video game themed things post this week.
I'm astonished how good of quality this is.
Well, I actually sent it to you, Sorg, because I wanted you to put it on AwesomeCast as well.
I'll have to talk about this week then.
So, I emailed it to you. And let's get to the actual things, which you can find over at insertcointobegin.com, the site fodder for this show. So, yeah. Coming off Chachi Plays, a news article came across my desk that seemed appropriate to cover. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because the timing of it couldn't have been better. The 26-year-old in China decided he was going to spend his entire weekend playing video games at an internet cafe.
Not a good idea.
And he's played for 3 straight days with no breaks and suffered a brain hemorrhage. The doctor said that he'll regain motor skills, but they're not sure that he'll be able to form complete sentences anymore.
Jeez.
Wow.
So I put the link in the post if you want to read all the details.
Is this I mean, is it exclusively because of his weekend at the cafe, or did he have something else going into this? Is there any thought on this?
As far as the article says, it was all because of the
Let's see. Wait. Was it China? The average office worker and online gamer, according to the VOC, the man who enjoys eating fried chicken and drinking carbonated drinks, weighs in at about 100 kilograms, a possible risk factor, according to the doctors at the hospital. Yeah.
Well, none of those things cause brain hemorrhages, though. So I'm not saying that it was all video games. But they do have a problem with kids doing this often.
Yeah.
In Korea, China, and Japan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they could be twisting it. It is China. They could be twisting it to, help the cause. But, so, if you're going to play video games for 3 days, don't
play video games for 3 days.
Yeah, take a break.
Take breaks.
Yeah. Walk around.
As we do safety at Chachi Plays.
Yeah.
Maybe take a bathroom break.
Mm-hmm.
Stretch your legs. Don't sit there for 3 days and play.
No.
Next up, the Pete Holmes show was because apparently it's been canceled now.
Yeah.
They had lots of great video game themed skits on the show. One of which was called Street Fighter Red Tape, in which they would bring in Street Fighter characters and make them go through all these hoops and stuff for the game. And I found one today that was Chun-Li. Right from the get-go, this one is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Between the office worker hitting on her and then the user comments, just hilarious. So it's 3 minutes 14 seconds long. You can definitely sit there and watch it on the toilet. I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't watch this entire video.
There's a whole series of them, so if you got to go a long time,
if you're on there long enough for your legs to go numb, you have time to watch all of these.
Yeah.
And last but not least, on the YouTubes, there's an epic series called Epic Rap Battles: The History. It takes different people from different times and it makes them basically rap battle. The one that made them huge is, and I gotta fix it because I put a different video in the page. But episode 3 of season 2 is Mario Brothers versus Wright Brothers, and is flat out hilarious. The rapping in it is amazingly well done, and the video is well done as well. It's not the first video game character, or it's not the only video game character they put in the videos. They did Master Chief versus Leonidas in the second episode of season 2, but it is the better of the two. So, epic rap battles of history, some really, really good stuff. Again, it's only like 3 minutes long, so once I fix it, if you want to go watch it or any of the other ones, definitely do. So yeah, that's over at insertcointobegin.com. And this has been video game themed things from across the internet. Back to you, Bobby.
All right, we're going to get to our news, which is things you should be made aware of. Today it was announced that, well, it was leaked that the next Battlefield game is going to be Cops and Robbers, not the traditional Battlefield military shooter. It's going to be Cops and Robbers. Okay, yay. Yeah, it's going to be called Battlefield Hardline, and it's going to be released sometime this year. And it'll put players in the middle of an armed conflict where it'll be cops and criminals fighting each other. And they have the weapons were leaked and stuff like that. Like, some of the weapons actually look pretty cool. Like, there's a crowbar, or not crowbar, like a grappling hook, stuff like that. More tactical weapons. There's a crossbow, stuff like that. So, I mean, that looks pretty cool. But what do you guys think of them shifting away from the war element of the game? Do you think it's a way to escape Call of Duty?
I think there's definitely a fatigue, because it feels like it's like, really, another Battlefield game, yay, versus I think Call of Duty has been doing a really good job about changing it up. I feel like Black Ops is enough of a departure from Modern Warfare, is a departure from, Ghost was a departure from all that, taking a different thing, and whatever they're doing with was it Advanced Warfare that's coming up next?
Yeah.
I mean, they're at least different takes of the same thing. I mean, they got away from the World War II at a certain point, so they're no stranger to that kind of shift. This is new ground for this series. I wonder if this is just kind of like a middle thing before we get Battlefield. 4 would be next? Like, is this officially 4? 5? Is it? Is this just a departure, and we'll get back to, like, it's a spinoff? Kind of like what Bad Company was another kind of oddball side thing they did for Battlefield.
Kind of a different one.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's just one of those. I think it's like their next Bad Company attempt for the series.
One of the comments from I got the story from Kotaku. It's somebody commented, "That's nice. Still waiting for Battlefield 4 to be fixed."
Am I hearing? I gotta ask. Am I hearing thunder from Bobby or Chachi right now? Because I'm having.
I don't have anything.
I don't know if you can hear the one on my microphone, but I'm hearing it here and there, and it's like bouncing around in my headphones.
Oh, wow,
it's coming from me.
Oh man, tremendous.
Yeah, there's nothing outside here.
Yeah, you're a bit further away there. Anyway, sorry. Proceed, Bobby.
Okay, and another short thing. Lego Batman 3 was announced today.
Oh, I just watched the trailer. Amazing.
This time it's in space.
In space.
So you watched the trailer, so you know a little bit more about this than I do. Is there anything else that amazing about this game, or is it just another Batman set in space?
All it really shows is Batman in his new suit and everybody making fun of it. Spoilers.
Okay.
So not much more to it. There are some pictures on this article as well. But yeah, it really is looks like it's just Batman in space for the most part. Cyborg's in there, Lex Luthor and Joker as well. I think I saw something that the two of them are not the main bad guys though, potentially. Yeah, eventually Brainiac's in it as well. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's something different. Yeah, they've not done a Lego game in space yet.
No, definitely. It's something different, for sure.
So we shall see.
It doesn't need to be different. It's a Lego Batman game.
But they're expanding the universe, man. They have so much to play with, and it's really a DC Lego game. Batman's just the title character in the long run.
Yeah.
Well, the second one was like that too. So I mean, it's no longer. They haven't been Lego Batman game since the first one.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't mind because the Lego superhero games I'll pick up day of.
Mhm.
So they're
Awesome.
definitely the best Lego games.
Certainly.
And another short news bit here. The order 1886 it was delayed till 2015. They pushed it back almost an entire year. It's a PS4 exclusive, and it's by Ready at Dawn. The game, which was unveiled at E3 last year during PlayStation's the keynote address, looked really promising, and everybody was saying that the game still looks great, but there's a lot of technical issues that they saw that they decided, well, we better push it back instead of rushing it out. A broken game. I read somewhere that the game was only 30 frames per second, which was kind of odd. Usually games are like 60 to 90 frames per second, but yeah, they said there were too many technical issues to get it out there. So I know you guys really aren't much of PlayStation fans, but this was one of the big things for PlayStation.
What's the big takeaway? So is this kind of like their Assassin's Creed? It looks like maybe
a little bit, but I think it was like it was a one of a kind game. I thought it was like I've never seen anything like it before. So like a steampunk werewolf battle thing.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So
it looks good. It looks interesting.
Yeah. I hope they can fix it. I hope they're doing the right thing, pushing it back.
And especially since I mean, we talked about on this show and otherwise where there's just not much that lets this generation stick out.
Yeah.
From the other generations, and this definitely looks like something that could have.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. And our next article is if you haven't missed it, Rizz is not here this week, so I'm going to read his article.
Wait, Rizz isn't here?
We're missing Rizz this week. We should acknowledge that at the beginning of the show. We're sorry, Rizz. But he wrote an article on insertcoin2begin.com about the Oculus Rift is going to be used at Chuck E. Cheese for a virtual ticket blaster. Huh. It sounds kind of interesting, and it's definitely an interesting use for the Oculus Rift. What it is it's a tube that kids can get in, and instead of like tickets like being like actually blasted at them, they can grab virtual tickets in the air, and it'll like count towards their totals, and it'll tally it up, and that's how many tickets you'll get, I guess. I would have loved something like that when I was a kid at Chuck E. Cheese, like just grabbing tickets out of the air. Like now kids won't get paper cuts from tickets.
I see people getting hurt from this.
Yeah,
that's a setup, especially given it to kids.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Kids don't listen.
I don't know.
The kids are going to be going in the blocked off area and getting punched in the face by other kids. And it's just
I think it's like a tube by themselves. I don't think they're going to allow like more than one kid at a time.
On this, that thunder. Wow, it's shaking the house.
Was a big one.
So we might cut short this show. So we'll see how. Oh god, stuff's falling over.
Oh no!
Yeah, we'll get that.
You just got ticket blasted.
I just got ticket blasted. But no, it used to be Chuck E. Cheese, Dave & Buster's. You go there for the futuristic games. I got so sad last time I went to Dave & Buster's because I'm like, all these games are from like 10 years ago. They took away the BattleTech MechWarrior games that were actually kind of cool because you got into it and it was more immersive. It was so last generation, and there was nothing really new or fun or futuristic. The last thing was the motion capture boxing game, and the Wii really killed that idea. Bring virtual reality like this back. Maybe we won't all get an Oculus Rift, but if you have a bunch of Oculus units at one of these game things, I think that's the gee whiz that's going to bring people back into it.
Yeah, exactly. It's something different that you can promote as like, hey, we have this, nobody else does. So, before they get it out to the market, because eventually it's going to be put on the market. But
exactly.
Yeah. But they'll have at least a little bit of time to get it out there, so
yeah,
we shall see how when there's another thunder. So
it's the gee whiz.
Jeez.
All right, we're gonna move on to our next story before we do get shut down here. Nintendo has announced that they are going to partner with YouTubers, and share a portion of the ad revenue on their videos. Before, Nintendo was saying absolutely not, we won't. This is our IP, so we can't share the revenue from the ads from you.
Mhm.
Now they're having a second, they're changing their mind basically, and they're allowing YouTubers to get a portion of the ad revenue. I think this is a good thing. I mean, without these, it's extra promotion for Nintendo,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like these people are basically a commercial for Nintendo. Like watching people play their games makes people want to play the games.
And it is like there's so many people with Let's Play videos, the PewDiePies and everybody making money off of this. And
Yeah.
yes, it's their content, and yes, they are building it on top of what Nintendo's doing. Now, now are they sharing this? Like, did the article read that they are not only just saying, "Hey, we're gonna content match just like the music does on YouTube currently," and take our cut.
said-
Because currently with YouTube, if we have any music in our shows that's identified as something else, or footage that belongs to somebody, they shut down our monetization. So if we were to set up, that we're getting ad revenue off YouTube and we were getting enough hits that we can make money off of that, as soon as we have a clip of that gets identified, that's gone. Right, from that video. Now, are they taking that, or are they partnering with so the people that are doing this can also make money off of their show?
It looks like here it said, according to Kotaku, it says Nintendo of Japan took to Twitter today to describe a new affiliate program that will split revenue between Nintendo, Google, and the person posting the gameplay footage on YouTube.
Nice. So they are all getting a cut, and I think that to that point, I think it's fair. Because we are creating new content with their content. And when else has Nintendo been able to take $1 off of G4 reviewing a video?
Right.
So why not? I think it's adequate. Wow.
Wow. Are you okay there, Sorg?
No, that was Chachi's.
Oh, was that Chachi?
Right.
I'm safe in a basement. He's the one that's up on the second floor on top of a mountain.
Oh, no.
I'm not afraid.
Anyways, I don't know. What do you guys think of this? I mean, again, it's kind of a shift for as far as these affiliates and profit sharing goes. But I mean, as we're I think all of us are looking into Let's Plays, maybe doing them in the near future. I mean, what do you guys think of it?
I think it's a good thing. I mean, they're basically making, like I said earlier, they're basically making commercials. So why not give them money for it?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're promoting the product.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So getting people to pay attention to Nintendo, which not many people are paying attention to Nintendo.
Yeah, it's a revenue stream. It's not going to be one that's going to make a difference in their bottom line, but still. What do you think, Chach? What do you think, Chach, as a tattooed Nintendo fanboy?
I think it's a good idea. I mean, Nintendo's heading in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. It's just, there's certain things that Nintendo needs to realize, and this is one of them. So, I mean, we're getting there.
And you'll see everybody else follow up, too.
Yeah. Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
Sure.
So, all right, leading up to E3, we are going to look, there's 3 weeks to E3, guys. We're going to look at the big three companies, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Even though Nintendo doesn't really have an E3 press conference, they do the video that they do every year. We're going to look at Microsoft this week. What do you guys think, and this is part of our final round question too, what do you guys think Microsoft will unveil at E3? What will they start with? Do you think there's going to be any surprises or anything like that? What do you think? What is your preview of Microsoft? What do you think is going to happen that they're going to announce or what have you?
I think really, well, Halo 5 I think is going to be over the top on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're already seeing teasers for it. I hope they give me a reason to buy that Kinect version. Because I've always been super impressed with their demos at E3 by this is what the Kinect can do now. And no, it hasn't delivered on its promise. The hacking community has. I feel, but not so much. They have not shown me a software title other than Han Solo dancing that makes me interested in buying a Kinect right now, or the idea of it being interactive with your Xbox. So now that you've separated that from the Xbox, you have to hard sell me even further on the Kinect than you ever have before.
They need something like when they first announced the Kinect, that program with that little kid.
Mm-hmm.
They need something like that actually works.
Yeah.
You know?
Did that even come out? Like, I don't think that.
No,
that was a
didn't even
demo.
come out. I don't even. It was just like a tech demo, but
it was Peter
like
Molyneux. So it was Peter Molyneux. So who knows? And if it will have half the features we even saw on stage.
Yeah, true.
So
they need something like that to knock everybody's socks off.
Exactly.
And they said they're going to stay away from the TV this time.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to try to. I guess because the last time everybody was so angry that they're focusing on the TV and where are the games at? Where are the games at? You're going to get your games. The new guy in charge, Phil Spector, is in charge. He's focusing on the games this year.
Good.
He said that's what he's there for. He said my Xbox has always been a game department, so we're going to focus on the games. So I think the big rumor that everybody was talking about is this Halo collection they're going to have with all four of the previous Halo games for Xbox One. I think everybody's excited that Halo 2 is it's the anniversary for that, so there might be something announced with Halo 2. So who knows?
Right. We do. I can't get the video up mid-show here, but we do have him on Hangout. Frank has joined us. He said he's got a good answer for this question.
Hey, Frank.
I think I got your audio up here, Frank.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, Frank.
Okay. Hi. Something big and revolutionary and groundbreaking that would be big news for everyone if Microsoft were to unveil this would be a deal with Logitech.
Really?
Because through the entire length of the lifetime of the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 3 was getting these exclusive steering wheel setups with gated shifters, with clutch pedals. Even just to even have a shifter that has an extension arm that goes down where a shifter would be in a car. It has flappy paddle shifters on these. Xbox had that awful just handheld tilty thing that Microsoft came out with, and that was it. There was never a Logitech option for the 360. So if Microsoft wants to do something groundbreaking, they already have Forza 5 out. Bring out a new exclusive wheel with Logitech, and it'll be huge for them.
My question with that, and I'm showing off the controller page for Logitech while you're talking there, Frank. And do you think they're going to do that? Because especially as we've seen, and we talk about this more on the Awesome Cast, about Microsoft really pitching themselves as being a hardware company now as well. Do you think they really want to give that part up to somebody like Logitech?
If they can figure out how to do it themselves, then by all means, they should do it themselves. But if it's going to be a repeat of what happened with the 360, they should just avoid that like the plague.
True. I think that'd be cool. Awesome. Chachi, you haven't spoke yet. What do you think about Xbox? Do you think there's going to be anything big, or what do you think it's going to be?
I think I agree with Bobby. The biggest thing that's going to happen is Halo. You have to remember we're coming off of new hardware year. We're into this is the first E3 since the Xbox One and PS4 have come out.
Mm-hmm.
So all they're gonna do is throw games at us. That's all they really have.
Game. How about services?
What service? They might touch on services.
The only services that they could surprise me with is a deal with Google, which they're not going to do because Xbox already has its video service.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they already have a video service.
So they're not.
They already have Bing. What would they really connect with? You already have a YouTube app. So
right. So I mean,
Twitch.
Not going to get my Google Play movies on my Xbox, which is fine because I have a Chromecast for that.
The one thing TV they might talk about They may talk about the shows that they're making with Steven Spielberg, stuff like that, which also is Halo related.
Well, no, because that's their TV. They're not going to do that. You just said they're not going to.
Well, that's maybe the only thing they can do.
I think they will a little bit. I mean,
It's because it's Halo.
It's not going to be as big, but I think they will have to talk about it at least a little bit because they're putting a lot into the television arm of their Xbox unit.
Yeah.
Big time.
I'm just, it's new hardware year. I don't think we're going to see what we want to see.
Yeah.
I mean, because the only, and I'm throwing this out there now, and I'll say it again in 2 weeks or whatever we cover Nintendo. The only company that I see new hardware from is Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just because of the Wii U doing terrible.
And of course, we'll talk about that on another week with Nintendo.
Right.
So
right. I mean, there's not much that Sony or Microsoft are going to show us.
Mm-hmm.
Another big game rumbling going on is a new Gears of War game.
Mm-hmm.
Gears of War 4. It's supposed to be. I don't know. They were talking about something about they're going to have to betray everybody. I have no idea what that means.
I feel like
stay tuned.
I feel like Microsoft is running into the no new IP trap that Nintendo is a little bit. We got a new Halo by a different studio. We got Gears of War. Cliffy B isn't a part of it anymore. Like, what new do they have? Watch Dogs that is everywhere. You know, what am I getting excited about specifically in Xbox 4? And I think Sony. You know, you showed me earlier with the order. Sony definitely has something going on. You know, that's exclusive. Like I feel like they're doing the biggest job on new IP.
Yeah, last year Sony had the better games. If we all remember, we were like, man, Sony kicked butt in that last press conference.
Certainly. Sony has given me more reasons to buy a PlayStation at this point. And still few and far between. I'm not there yet. I'm still would be Xbox if I did, but I still don't see the reason to get a new Xbox yet. Oh, you said Watch Dogs is on the 360.
Yeah.
What?
Like, you don't have a reason to get a new console yet.
No. And I honestly, I want to see comparison, but I don't see a reason. Like,
it's too early.
Titanfall, I don't see a reason that this is much better there. I watched somebody.
Titanfall 360
I watched somebody playing a game on an Xbox One over at Chill's place over the weekend, and it's like that. It doesn't look that much better to me.
It's still early yet, though. Too. I mean,
it is, of course, it is. But I still feel like going Xbox to Xbox 360. Yeah. That was a bigger jump. That was a much bigger jump. If you look at those first generation games versus look at Halo 2 versus Halo 3, for instance. I know there's a few years in between there, but still, I think that's a good comparison. Like, you can tell, you know. And I'm really not seeing it. Even in those video demos we see at E3, I'm just like, it looks like another game. I don't see any reason the hardware is any better on it.
There's a reason why they said that the systems are going to be around for another 5 years.
Yeah, because they're still relevant.
Well, it's not, and plus all that stuff's cheaper, and there's parents getting their kids the cheaper console. That's what PlayStation's model's been the whole time. You can still, up until just a couple of years ago, you can still find. I think you can still find PlayStation 2 titles out there. So,
GameStop still has a bunch,
and Walmart still has some of those packs. I think. At least, like within the last year, I know I've seen them, but probably not so much anymore. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
All right, well, that's gonna do it for us this week. You can follow us on Twitter on @InsertCoinTV. You can visit us at insertcointobegin.com or insertcointobegin.com. New articles are going up daily, and you can join us live each and every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on live.sorgatronmedia.com. Special thanks to Michael Allen at Michael Allen PR for helping us with the notes and tweets all night. For at Sorgatron, at D Rizz, who wasn't here this week, at Chachi says, I'm at Bobby F. J Town, and at Fuzzwad, who joined us at the end there. Game over.